Hello there. This is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Become the best version of yourself. Now, it might seem cliche to say that, and it is very cliche. But you know what? How many men out here are really working to become their best self? I want y'all to really think about how many are doing some work on it. Indeed, I've actually seen like a few videos trying to put down self-improvement. Trying to put it down. I was like, are you kidding me? Because see, here's the thing. None of us are born perfect. None of us got it like that. And I don't care where we stand. I don't care where you at. You can always improve. Now, I'm known for talking about body gain, but that's just one area of improvement. But let's start with that. You can always make your body better, always, because your body doesn't stay the same. In fact, your body is constantly changing because cells are always dying. And in fact, you can have a completely new body in a period of 7 years. Some people have even said even sooner. Whatever the case, cells are dying, but then you adding stuff in. You can change it. So regardless of your body build. Now, there's only so far you can go based on genetics, and that's cool. But you can still improve it as best as possible. Heck, even height. You can still improve it with your posture. You can still stand a little taller. No, if you 5'6", you ain't gonna go to like some 6 feet, without major surgery, but you can still stand taller. So if you 5'6", you can come off as 5'7". And indeed, when I was talking about intangibles, just how you carry yourself, you might be seen as being even taller than what you are. But whatever the case, you can still even improve that. You can improve your appearance, and those are just basics. Your behavior, your attitude, how you respond to stuff. Remember, our personalities are very powerful. We ain't stuck in anything. That's intangible. Intangible stuff you can change. So if you have a personality where you coming off to people as very disagreeable, you can change that. You can become a better person. You can become more cooperative. Or if you have a personality that's not very assertive, very quiet, you can become better. You can become better. See, the thing with a man, the power of a man is really just building himself. Every single man can build himself. In fact, you have organizations. You see some of these, I'll say fraternal orders. A big thing about them is building a man. A big thing about them. Like, I'll use an example now. Let's not get into any conspiracy stuff or anything, but something with the Freemasons. They're about building themselves. Now, seriously, if anybody come on here with anything, oh, they're evil or this, I'm deleting the comment because I'm not getting into all of that. But a big thing with them is building a man. In fact, when you look at more mainstream organizations like the Boy Scouts, that thing was about building a man. That's what it is, which means if you look at cultures that had rites of passage, building a man. A man ultimately builds himself. When I talk about sovereignty, a man builds his own sovereignty. But how you going to do that? Let's put it like this. If you're not living the exact life you want to live right now. Like if you're living the life you want to live, you got the relationships you want, money you want to make, okay, it's good. You don't really need to follow any of the advice I'm going to give. I'm surprised you're even watching the video. Maybe you just want to support me. All right, that's cool. I appreciate it. But unless you live in the life you want to live, you got something to work on. You got something to work on. I said in a video a few weeks ago that, really making money, doing well, I had to improve some stuff. It ain't come out that way. Now, there were periods I made money, but also periods I wasn't making money. As I said on my money channel several times, my credit was jacked up to the point I couldn't even get a job with it. And, we ain't gonna get into how I even got there. And I'll just say it wasn't all total irresponsibility, not total, but there was a little in there. So what did I have to do? I had to improve myself. I had to think about how I was spending money. I had to work to build that credit back up. And I had to work to a point where the circumstances that caused it to get jacked up wouldn't happen again. I had to improve myself because understand something. When you go through life, it's easy to blame the days for something. Very easy to blame the days like everybody else. But at the end of the day, it's your reaction to the days that's causing the problem. Change your reaction. Change your response. Work on who you are. Figure out your own weaknesses and say, okay, this is a weakness. I got to work on this. This is a weakness. I got to work on this. And this is in any area of life, not just in getting women. Let me touch on that for a second. I'm famous for saying I'm that big on approaching. That's because a mistake I made younger. I was coming on too strong. I was like a rhino. I had some players come back. Some women even came back. The women would tell the players, they would come back and tell me, say, Ron, you got to chill out. And in fact, my biggest video, don't try too hard if you're handsome. Several women told me that. Several women told me that. They said that when I was younger. They said, you don't have to work so hard. You don't have to work so hard. They told me that. They looked me in the eye. That's where I got it from, you know? So it's like, okay. Once I started chilling out, I noticed there was a big change in how women responded. That's just one area, making money. I was like, okay, how come I'm not making as much money as I could? Okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to get into? Okay, I need to change up some stuff here and there. I need to change, and all I did is not even like what I did for a living or how I made the money. It was the attitude. It was how I used that tool of money. That's it. So, but I had to improve something in me, not to lose it again, to sustain it. I had to look within, you know? So I say, I gotta work on being the best version. Now, understand something about being the best version. It's not a destination, it's a lifestyle. Let me say that again, it's a lifestyle. It's not, well, okay, when I get there. No, because even if you get to a point where everything is going well, you still have to have it within you to maintain it. See, you get a lot of people, there's a lot of people who've made a lot of money. I was one of them. I was one of them. Shoot, there was a point, shoot, I was living very well, traveling, everything. But then, you know, some of the circumstances out of my control, some within my control, fell from that. Came back up. Because I said, okay, I got to change myself so that don't happen again. We worked on being the best version. And it's something I expect to work on until the day I transition. Because it's not someplace you get and just say, you stop. See, one thing about a man has to keep going. A man has to keep doing what he's going to do. All right? Now, I know, like I say, somebody might see the title and say, oh, man, yeah, man, that's nothing. You know what? I want to thank everyone who's gotten this far through it. And in fact, let me know that you've like watched this all the way through the end. I want you to put Y. The letter Y. Just put Y, not the number 1, but the letter Y. The reason why I say that, because sometimes if people start putting 1 in the comments, somebody might not have watched it and just put 1 just to be putting it. Put Y, which means yes, if you watched it all the way through. And I want y'all to work to be the best version. And it's a journey. It's a journey, and it's not an easy journey. You're going to stumble, but even when you stumble, learn why you stumbled. And then don't do it again. All right? So that's all I have for right now. I'll get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.